Same shit, different day. Same shit, different day. I genuinely don't really know where to begin with the game you've just witnessed, the first game of the season. We're going to try and dissect it, but it's not ideal at all. Game's finished. Sunderland 3, West Ham 0. Have your comments coming through the channel. We'll bring them up as much as we can. But Sunderland have came back into the Premier League a decade away and smashed West Ham. And literally they have. I mean, it felt like a game of two halves for a while. It did feel like a game of two halves for a while. I actually genuinely thought we played okay in the first half. I thought there was elements of the game that we looked decent passages of play, etc., etc. But we fell apart in the second half. And when I say we fell apart in the second half, it's not necessarily that we fell apart. We stayed the same. Sunderland came out with a rocket up their arse and they absolutely terrorised West Ham. They terrorised West Ham. Like, everything about their game in that second half was about change. And everything about West Ham's second half was the complete opposite to change. It was samey. I said before the game started I was going to be quite excited about the thought of our defence, that back six, and they looked a fucking shadow of what they should be. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if West Ham... I think I'm putting a lot of this... I'm going to put a lot of this down to our recruitment, our mindset for going into the season. I think I'm going to put it down to recruitment at the start, because I think, you know what, I rate Hermansen, I do, but we've only signed him last week and bang, he's straight into the team. Where's the integration into the squad? Where's the integration? And I think we're just leaving so much of our business so late all the fucking time, and it's so frustrating as a West Ham fan. It's very, very frustrating, and I'm trying my best to stay calm. I know it's the first game of the season, and we've got Chelsea next week, and they're going to have pace after pace after pace, and we don't have pace after pace after pace. You just got to look at West Ham subs in the second half. Callum Wilson, Thomas Souček, and Andy Irving to try and add some va-va-voom, to try and add something to this game, to try and fight, to go and get a result. It is pretty embarrassing that we've walked away 3-0 losers from that game. It just sets us apart from the rest of the league in a bad way, in a negative mindset. And it's extremely frustrating. And I don't know who to blame, where the blame lies on. But we said beforehand we should have been looking forward to this game, first game of the season, and then we see the team line up and we look at the middle of the park and we look at James Ward-Prowse and we look at Rodriguez and we think, fucking hell, like, where's the pace? Because we're going to get overrun at some point. And when watching the game, as you will have been watching the game, you'll have turned around and you'll have gone, okay, the first half surprised you at how West Ham performed in terms of passing around. But again, like I said, we didn't change. We changed nothing and went about our business as normal, thinking we'll just kind of glide. And that doesn't make sense to me, because Sunderland have got the pace. And what did they do? They took our two outlets, right? So in the whole match, we had two outlets. And in the first half, we were utilising those outlets. And that was Diouf down the left wing and Wan-Bissaka down the right wing. Then what happens? Well, the opposite team are going to work out and nullify that threat. Then what happens? You have no other outlet. Because Paquetá had no chance in this game today. He never had the ball on him at all. Nothing. Nada. And that's the way the game went. And I do feel like it's rinse and repeat right now. It's just rinse and repeat season after season after season. When we've had those chances to progress and we don't do it. And the frustrating thing for me is, we've had our chance to go and do our business and we've done fuck all business. And when Potter comes out and speaks out and says, I'm happy with the business we've done, what are you happy about? Because you can't be happy to think that this is the squad you're working with. Because when you take off your players, you're replacing them with Andy Irving, Thomas Souček, and Callum fucking Wilson. Like, it's not good enough. It's absolutely not good enough. Hugh Gardner, JWP, more back passes than forwards. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Before I even go into the comments, what I'm going to do actually is read you the match stats of the game. which let me bring them up for you. So 37% possession to Sunderland to West Ham's 63%. And what's interesting is the distance covered in the game from Sunderland was dramatically more than West Ham. Not dramatically more, sorry, but having less of the game, less of the ball, they travelled more distance in that game. They had one big chance on top of the goals that they scored. 3 goals that they fucking scored. Total shots, they had 10 to West Ham's 12. Hermansen had 2 saves to make, but that's because he conceded 3 goals, unfortunately. They had 5 corner kicks to West Ham's 7. We outpassed them, 550 passes to 317, but it's about what they did when they had that ball. So yeah, let me jump into the comments. Hugh Gardner says JWP, more back passes than forward. Relegation, here we come. And I know it's the first game of the season, and I know I'm usually very, very positive, but I can see if we stick with this team and we don't bring in pace and we don't bring in new players, then I can fully understand why people would think we are a relegation candidate, because we have came up against a team that are probably favourites to go down, who have destroyed us, not just about being the first game of the season, but have literally destroyed us. Why? Because they changed something in the second half and they came at us and they had the balls to come at us. But we came into this game thinking defensive minded and thought, we've got 2 outlays, let's go for the 2 wing backs. And they came across and found our issue and went with it. Vince says, disgusting. I feel sick. Club is rotten to the core. What a load of bollocks. We're in the shit unless we get better players. But with the owners, the club we have, we're fucked. And my problem here, Roy, is if we do get different bring in other players, there's an integration period we've got. And we're 1 game into the season. No one's off the mark. With 3 goals conceded, we're already in a deficit. And it just is shit. It is honestly bollocks. It's shit. It's crap. And it's so frustrating. Darren Turner says, disgrace. It is, one word, disgraceful. Sack Potter now from JP. I fully understand. Well, I don't understand that, but prepare for the championship list. We make big moves in the window. And even with the big moves mandate, I don't know what that's going to do, because we've got an integration period and I don't see why we've not done our business a lot earlier. I just don't understand it. Like, I don't know if I buy the excuse now of saying there's no players available anymore. It's either we're not trying, or we're fucking people off, and or we are not an attractive option. And I think it could be a mixture of everything I've just said there. Our midfield is so poor from Victor. I completely agree with you, mate. What a shameful result. Everything from Steve says, everything about this club is rotten. Owner hasn't addressed the problems from last year. Owner has not addressed the problems for years at this club, mate. Years at this club. Where was Guilherme? God knows. Potter out from Ian, not impressed with Hermansen. I can't lie. Like, yeah, I thought he made a really good save in the first half, but apart from that, I thought his distribution in the first half was okay. But apart from that, I wasn't impressed. And someone in the West Ham Network chat's already gone, I can see a bit of Adrian in him as well. And wasn't massively impressed from him today. Sack the manager. Bodger says, highlights, shortest video ever. You can say that again. Potter out. I'm done from Ian. You're all talking to each other. I see the mental coach is doing his job. Well, fucking hell, man. They need a mental fucking transplant. That's what they need. I'm not sure how to sum it up. I don't know. I think I've swore every 2 seconds. In this crap football, what an effing disgrace. Had enough of this constant shit. Relegation material. If the porn doesn't realise what we've done. Our current squad isn't good enough to stay up, and it still has so much dead wood. You could say that again, and I think that's, again, it goes back to the issue of why are we not bringing in these recruits? Why are we doing our business so late? It's one of the most frustrating things, I think, that really gets to me. I remember, even go back to COVID, it's a regular thing with West Ham, but go back to COVID, right? COVID times, and I remember sitting here talking to you and talking to people on the channel and going, when would you start to panic about the season because we've not brought any players? And I was like, I remember we came into the Celtic game post-COVID, and I was like, right, we've not signed anyone, but I reckon it will take us, I'm a week's my limit. What have we really brought in that's going to change anything? Our midfield is fucking slow. It's really bad, and we need to change it. It needs to be changed as soon as possible. But I just don't think we have. I don't think we've got the va-va-voom that players want. I don't think players want to come to West Ham. This was against Sunderland. This is not the first game of the season. This is the continuation of the crap we've been watching for ages. I completely agree with you. Regardless, if it's the first game, we shouldn't concede 3 goals to the newly promoted side. Absolutely. It's unbelievable. Already on -3. Again, deficit's gone. Adam Cook. Shit, it's going to be a long season. How was JWP playing and not Potts? Just pissed off, feeling down. Need something next week or it's going to go downhill. I mean, that's the thing. Jesus, man, you've got Chelsea next week, and if we don't get a result, we don't get anything from that game, you're just going into the season in the most awful, terrible mindset. Terrible mindset. And I've got such a fear about it. Today was vital for us to just get off the mark. We needed to get off the mark today. It became a vital game from the off. And you always think to yourself, do you look forward to the season starting as a West Ham fan? And that's the problem. I don't know. No, I don't. Unless you get off the mark. It's about finding the chance to get off the mark. Chelsea will be at 5 at the back. No attack, slow midfield. Looks like a win compared to what Chelsea will do with a Potter squad. And this is the problem. Like, what are we going to do between now and next week to change something? We're not going to have time. We sign a player. What's he going to do? Come straight into the starting 11? I doubt it. And if he is, he's going to make the impact. I doubt it. And if he does, it's going to be pure and utter luck. That's why we're off. Like, it's just... Oh, it's so frustrating, man. So frustrating. How did Rodriguez start over Potts? Your question is as good as mine. I thought we'd saw something, that maybe Potter had seen something, and in training, and clearly he hasn't, and he started him, and I don't know why, and I can't defend that decision. I certainly can't defend that decision, and I don't know who can defend that decision. Sideways FC, relegation for Potter. Look at this, fence sitter, can't see anything from the next 4 games. I would like to see us use Orford, Potts and Earthy, Scars and senior players. Don't know who to blame. We couldn't even score a goal. We're so easy to play against. We are terrible. Potter for a start. The blame lies with everyone on the board for the lack of signings and the manager for his poor team selection. Completely agree with you, mate. Hammerman TV, so predictable. Same as last season. Only difference is the youth is in our defence. That's fine. But when there are only outlets, then they're going to come to our tactics and then stop that outlet. And if we don't have other options, what are we going to do? Same old. And that falls on Potter. Paquetá is null void in this team. We've nothing about us, no snap or bite. I blame... Did Potter have a bang on the head when he named Rodriguez in the team? Daniel says Sullivan, Potter are creating a championship site, losing Kudus, Alvarez are big players, they want cheap. Yes, men. You blame Kudus, Potter out. Sullivan, Brady and Potter out. Signed the petition for a West Ham. Oh God, here we go. What was the Potter's halftime team talk? A 15-minute stint at the bar? Well, I don't know. I think his team talk was more of the same because that's all West Ham did. West Ham didn't change in the second half. West Ham played the same as they did in the first half. Sunderland changed in the second half. And because Sunderland were playing shit, which probably meant West Ham were playing okay in the first half. Sunderland changed because they played better. We just stayed the same. Just a constant fucking drone. Potter's psychology degree will save us, don't worry. Replace 2 players that didn't necessarily need replacing. Where's the new midfield? Get used to it. No pace and creativity in the midfield. Get nothing. Where's the replacement for Kudus? I think more people thought we would lose if they were totally honest. I predicted 3-1 loss before the game and not happy at all. Burnley are fave. Marching orders. Someone else is to use a squad if the player has 0 pace. Potter weak and out of his depth with this ownership. Wake up, Sullivan, the club is going down. I mean, listen, we could go on all day long about David Sullivan. I just don't think I've got the patience or the time or the efforts to go on about David Sullivan today. Because you all know what my thoughts are on him. I blame Sully for hiring Potter and assets stripping us for the last 10 years. I blame Potter only having one game plan. Keep the ball, that's it. Potter needs to start. Who do we lose? I can't even begin to think. Who wants to come and play for a circus as a club? And this is, Peter, where I think the biggest problem lies at West Ham. Who is going to want to come and play at West Ham? And this is not just this season. This is several seasons about how West Ham conduct their business. Generally as a whole. I don't want Potter signings as he is clueless. We're pull over the pitch. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's not even that you want Potter signings. He's clueless. Who the fuck has he signed apart from Callum Wilson? I mean, what the fuck? We're genuinely in trouble. I'm pissed. Out. Fabs is better than both our keepers. I don't want Potter selling any more of our best players for his preferred yes men. Signing relegated players. People with high blood pressure shouldn't support West Ham. You can say that again, mate. We are rock bottom of the league. What a start. You know, I genuinely thought, like, I don't know what I thought. I don't know. I bet he sends Potter and Marshall out on loan. The midfield lineup wasn't greater to being with, and the subs were no better. Hit the thumbs up, please, even Anton. That was a disaster. It certainly was. Sunderland have signed class quality players, and West Ham have signed relegated. And that's the problem. They've signed young, enthusiastic, vibrant players, points to prove. A lot of players maybe you've not heard of, but they've turned up and done a job today. And what have we done? Nada. Glad we got a discount on the keeper. Rodriguez on sale in season only. We've had it all summer. So sauntering around, not dressing areas, crying out for Wilson as a sub. I know, I don't think any player could change this side. It's a full-blown change is needed. Does anyone expect anything else from Potter? Kudos to assist today. God, there you go. Guido wasn't the issue today. JWP was. But the thing is, Vince, it kind of was both of them, to be honest with you, because apart from the first half, the two of them didn't do anything, didn't offer us anything. And to be honest with you, nothing else came from anywhere else in the team. Defensively, I didn't think we were well. I said before the game started that I thought we were going to be in some of the best defensive shape. The three players at the back, including Diouf and Wan-Bissaka, most of them have had a full pre-season together. I was quite excited about their kind of progressive style. But shit, man, their man marking was all over the place. They had no idea where they were. They had no idea where they were in the park, especially when they teams came at us. And this is the difference. Teams coming at you. Where's West Ham going at teams? Where's West Ham going at teams? Can't we see Anton's bottom? Until our owners change, we're not moving forward. We're bottom of the league. Say we are bottom of the league. We will be down with decorations just like the old times. Didn't think we could be worse under Moyes. Guess I was wrong. To concede 3-5 at the back. What the France. So listen, I mean, I came on. I'm not impressed. You're not impressed. Who could be impressed? The first half, we never took any of our chances. We didn't really create any much real rugged chances. Bowen must be sitting there going, what the fuck am I doing? Fulkrug, my God, I'm intrigued to see what he says. First game of the season. What is Potter going to say in the post-match presser? Nothing to come home with any positives. There's not a single ounce of positivity there. Hermansen, not great. Bad debut for the club. Agerd, Kilman, Todibo. I thought Todibo looked okay in the first half. Second half, they all panicked. Diouf, first half, looked good. Him and Wan-Bissaka, the biggest issue. Everyone started to realise what our tactics were, so they closed that threat down. Guido, rubbish in the midfield. JWP, rubbish in the midfield. Pac-Man, null and void, ill-effective. Done absolutely nothing. Yeah, you can, little man. Absolutely nothing. Fulkrug and Bowen trying stuff, but nothing there. Just nothing there. Turn the bike around. So listen, that's the end of me. I'm not going to come on here. I need time to compute this thing. I need time to really compute what's going on. Maybe come back and give you a kind of things we've learned with the game. Sorry, I just had to help Joey on his bike. I think I need time to sit on this, compute exactly what my real thoughts are, but yeah, I don't know. It's like a hangover from last year. Rinse and repeat. West Ham. I'll come back to you soon. Take it easy, everyone. Come on, your hands.